Hey guys, I'm John, the Vintage Geek, producer and host of the Super Awesome Geek Show, and I'm bringing you another really cool video. The Vintage Retro Series Star Wars Escape from Death Star with a retro style Grand Moff Tarkin Kenner Star Wars action figure. Yeah. So exciting, right? This is going to be a very in-depth look at the retro Escape from Death Star game. You can already tell that they're different sizes. The box is thicker on the new one than it is on the original. The Kenner logo with the EP down there, the little proof of purchase thing, it's not there on the new one. You can see all the different characters. Made in Canada, where the new one's made in China. Kenner logo all over. Luke and Leia, Chewie and Han, Vader and a Stormtrooper, 3PO and R2. Same on the new one. The only thing I would say about the new one is the racetrack looks more black and white, where the originals seem to be have a little bit of blue or something in it. But that could just be fading over time. I don't know. The X-Wing and the TIE Fighter look great. I mean, those are pretty dead on. Overall, I mean, this packaging looks very retro. I noticed one thing, it was ages 7 and up. It's gone up to ages 8 and up. Whoa. Our children are getting worse as time goes on. Look at the side of the packaging, comparing the two. The first one's the original, and this is the retro. I'll give you a look at each side so you can kind of tell how each packaging was, you know. There was a little spot for the price on the original, which is now taken up by a barcode. There's the barcode if you want to look it up on Target app. You can pause it there and jot that down real quick if you want to try and search for it on your Target app. Top of the box, the other side of the box. The back of the box, you can read that if you want. It tells you what the game's about. Yeah, I'm kind of on this for a little bit, so you can kind of read it if you want to. Little General Mills or whatever this is in the corner there. Showing the cards. It's a black and white photo on the back of the original. The game board, the spinner, all that. Yeah, just around the edges of each one. And here's the new one. What it says in the back. Pretty much the same thing. They didn't really change a whole lot here. You know, they did change, instead of General Mills, it's like StarWars.com, blah, 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 Star Wars, go to Disney, go to Star Wars, go to Hasbro. And the game board, the spinner, this one down here just says Kenner, Cincinnati, Ohio. And here it has the Disney Hasbro logos. That's the difference on that corner. Like I said, this one was the General Mills stamp, and here we've got all the StarWars.com stuff and the warnings not to eat everything. And in the upper right, there's a picture of the Tarkin action figure on his card. So that's kind of the back of the box and the differences that we have there. Very much in the retro style. And now I'm going to open up the original and show you what's inside here. The game board, the cards, the playing pieces, things like that. The game board has some fantastic color on it. I really like it. The pieces are all there. The things to hold the pieces, the spinner. Now, I don't have my original instructions, so that's kind of a pain. I thought I did, but I guess they're not in there. But you got to escape from the trash compactor all the way to the Rebel base. Get both your guys over there. And, you You've got it. The cards are all here. Death Star plans. That's pretty cool. Turning off the reactor. That's pretty cool. Look at Ben. You know. And all the game pieces and everything. Now here's the new one. Let's take a look at this new one here. If I can get it open. And yeah, we'll see how they compare. The spinner. Tarkin stuffed in there. There's these added bits of cardboard that hold everything in. Tarkin looks pretty cool, right? Looking good. And the cards all there. Must apologize for my burnt hand again. Once again, I burned it while cooking. I cook a lot and I get burned a lot. You guys have to suffer. The spinner, the thing, yeah, here's the new game pieces compared to the original retro, the vintage game pieces. So they look pretty much the same, don't they? I mean, check that out. Han and Chewie. They pretty much look identical. Like they use the same print and everything. So, and then the white pieces that they go into, those also look fairly close. But look, I noticed something. There's a tell. The originals had this white little bump, circular bump down right there. That, and the new ones don't have that. The spinners. The old one had a metal piece and was slightly larger. So you see in the center of the spinner on the original, and the new one has a plastic piece there instead of the metal. The original spun a lot better though. It was much easier to spin the original than this new one. I got 2 on both, amazing. But I win. Little space for cards down there. The game boards look almost identical. The new one is a little bit more vibrant, I would say, in the colors. But the photos of the characters are pretty much the same. I don't see much difference there. Get those out of the way. You know, look at that. That Stormtrooper looks pretty much the same as the other Stormtrooper. Ben up there turning the reactor off, 3PO and R2, and then you blast off to the Death Star, or no, you blast off to the Rebel base, right? R2 and 3PO on the original with Ben there. I guess some of the circles on this, the yellow and blue circles, seem a little bit more faded in color than on the new one. But that might be the only difference. It's just a little bit more vibrant in the colors. But it's the exact same board. Exact same game. Here's the instruction sheet for the new retro version of Escape from Death Star. It's not Escape from the Death Star. It's Escape from Death Star. Now let's get Tarkin out. Really, this is the part you guys really want to look at. I know. You didn't care about the whole game. You just wanted to look at Tarkin, and I drug it out for you. You look in pain. All I want to see is the figure, damn it. So here's a look at the card. Retro, big giant sticker. We'll see if we can get that off, but let's look at the card and everything first. He looks really nice in the packaging. This is a really good figure. You can see that there is scuff marks all the way around it. Grand Moff Tarkin. Trying to make it look retro and old by putting these scuff marks all the way around the packaging. He's really in there. I mean, this bubble's glued to the card. Back of the card, it's got some text. It shows 6 figures. Sort of in the 12-back style, but it's a 6-back now, right? So you can read that there if you want to. Give you a second on that. There you go. And we got Grand Moff Tarkin, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Darth Vader, and a Stormtrooper. That's pretty cool. All the things about not choking, Disney Hasbro. And, you know, don't eat anything. Don't eat the figure. Don't eat the gun. Just stop it. Keep all these things out of your mouth. We don't want anyone to choke. So I sped this up here, but I'm going to show you how I peeled the sticker up. And I went really, really slow, but I have sped this up, you know, for your benefit in the, you know, while watching this, because I don't want you to sit there for 20 minutes as I unpeel this sticker. But go really, really slow. Just peel from the edges, and you will eventually be able to pull this sticker off. It's not that difficult if you go slowly and just keep working at it. And then I don't know if you've ever done this technique, but if there's leftover goo, you can dab it with the sticker itself until the goo is all picked up, and it will actually pull the goo away from the card back using the sticker itself. And it's doesn't take too long, and it seems to work pretty good. So that's a technique for you. It works with price stickers too, but see, it cleaned it off pretty good. There's like pretty much nothing left on the card. So now we have a pristine original Star Wars 6-pack of Grand Moff Tarkin. That's going to look really nice in a display case with your other figures if you've got your vintage collection going. So what I did is I'm opening them up. So what I did is I slit the top on each side and just folded it up just a tiny bit to get the figure to come out. And I'm going to slide him right out the top. He's in a little like carbon freezing chamber here, plastic shell. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop him out of that. But if you take a look, the bubble itself doesn't look too bad when you pull it out the top like that. It's so you can have a nice card. So I slid the thing back in, his little coffin, and I'm just going to give you a look at the card so you can see how doing it this way, cutting each corner and just sliding it out the top, doesn't do that much damage. I mean, you can still display this packaging as, you know, with your figure or whatever, and it still looks pretty nice on display even though the figure's been taken out of it. And if you ever want to put them back in, it's not that bad, you know, the way the packaging will look. So he has a peg hole. It fits really well on a standard 3.75 inch stand, which is nice. Let's take a look at him compared to a few of the other Imperial officers. Imperial Commander, Imperial Death Squad Commander, Death Star Commander, whatever you call him, I don't know. I think he was Death Squad first and then Death Star, and the other guy's the Imperial Commander. To me, it looks like the right leg is almost identical to the Imperial Commander's right leg. The left arm on Tarkin looks to be the same as the left arm on the Imperial Commander. It's pretty, I don't know, they're pretty darn close. But the torso, the body, is clearly a different body. They're very, very similar, but it's like they made a new sculpt for that, because the wrinkles are in different places. And something about the left leg, the way it billows out, is slightly different than the Imperial Commander, but they are very, very, very close. I mean, almost identical. At first glance, I thought the legs on both figures were the same, but it doesn't appear to be exactly the same on the left leg. There's some wrinkles in different spots and things like that. So, and same with this right arm. I thought at first they were identical, but you can kind of see that some of the wrinkles are in different spots. So I'm not sure if they reused a whole bunch of molds, but, you know, we'll see. We don't know the whole story. But you can tell by the wrinkles on their butts that they're different chest. The torso is a different sculpt. Yes, I said it. They have different butt wrinkles. But yeah, overall, there you go. The two, let's put them next to the other Tarkin. There was another 5 POA Tarkin back in the Power of the Force 2 line. Give you a quick comparison between those two guys. I always liked that 5 POA Tarkin, but I think this one is going to replace him in my 3.75 inch vintage display. I want to take a look at the gun here, the weapon he comes with. I had decided to get a flashlight and sort of put more light on it so you can get some contrary views. The two on the left, the blue one on top and the black one on the bottom, are original vintage guns, where the new one on the right side is the new one that came with Tarkin. Now, the blue one, clearly we're going to be able to tell apart, but let's take a closer look at the two black ones, because man, I'm having a hard time here. I'm going to try to keep it in focus. The vintage retro collection is on the top, and the original vintage is on the bottom. So we'll keep it that way the whole time. I'm going to try to flip them around a few times, and let's see if we can figure out how we would tell these weapons apart if we were on the secondary market, because I'm not sure. They feel exactly the same in your hand. That's why I wanted to take a look at them, because they feel identical. There's like no way to tell them apart based on bending the plastic or the way they feel. Now I got it. Okay, the top one, doesn't it look like it has a little circle or something? Some kind of indentation or something in the plastic there? I almost think I see that. So that might be the way we tell them apart. The new ones have that a little indentation there. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll do some close-up views of Tarkin as the action figure while I do my closing remarks. I'm impressed with this figure. The package, the whole deal was $19.99, exclusive to Target stores. It's called the Retro Collection Star Wars Escape from Death Star. Look for it in the game area where you would find board games. It's supposed to be out on May 12th, 2019, but there are select stores that are putting them out early. And what I did is I asked, and they had them in the back, and the manager was nice enough to sell me one, only one. So you might want to ask if you want to try to get it before May 12th. You might get lucky like I did and have a really nice manager who decides to sell it a little bit early. And here he is next to Darth Vader, the original Darth Vader. I think he looks pretty good. They look good together. It's been a long time coming. This will be a day long remembered. It has seen the end of Kenobi. It will soon see the end of the rebellion. Well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm going to put Tarkin in my vintage display area with my TIE Fighter and a whole bunch of troopers and various Imperial guys. I think this is a pretty cool display, and this is where he's going to go from now on. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, all that crap. You know what to do if you want to see more videos. Talk to you guys later. The Vintage Geek, John, and I'm out of here. Enjoy.